Hey guys, and welcome. This is episode 113 of Off the Sprue. In this one, I'll be starting the detailing process on Thunder Model's LRDG truck engine. Guys, in the previous video, I unboxed these beautiful kits from Thunder Models, new at Supernova Studio, and it's time to get started on this build. But first, word from the sponsor.
I'm Lindy Swart. I'm the owner of Supernova Studio. The products that we sell at Supernova are brands that we are proud to put our name on, especially Vallejo. Vallejo is Spanish. They're a really good company. We are proud with their quality of their pigments. Their paints are exceptional for the miniaturists, for hobbyists, especially the artists. The artist pigments are the 300 to 800 grade, so they are a very good quality paint. In the hobby section, we sell armor, aircraft. We've got air war sets, which are paint sets for guys that do the aircraft. We've got a lot of other products that go with that in building. We've got decals, we've got Pointer Studio. We've got lots of different products that go with the model building. It's not just about plastic. We do a lot of crafting products, polymer clay for the girls that do polymer clay earrings. We've got resin art. We also do the fine art, which is your watercolor, your fluid art. We do some inks. I love to craft myself. I enjoy working with my polymer clay. I'm more on the craft side than I am on the hobby side. My husband's more on the hobby side of the business. But it's the crafting. I absolutely love using my products, testing my products, making sure that the products that I'm putting out there are superior to what you can get in the market. And I do make sure that my customers are well looked after because I've tested it and made sure that the quality is the best on the market. If you go onto supernovastudio.durban, you'll find us online.
Guys, the reference material supplied with these Thunder Model trucks is absolutely fantastic. You can see there these beautiful illustrations of that V8 Ford Mercury engine. That's really all you need. And as with most vehicle models, this one starts with the engine. And in this case, it is a beautifully detailed engine. It even supplies some indications of the paint colors that you'll need to detail this. And reference pictures, you can see this is a sort of a bluish green color on the original engine, and that's something that I'll be trying to replicate. Now, the one I'm starting with is the wireless truck, and the engine parts for this is located on the B and C sprues. Guys, and if you can look there on the B sprue, these parts are really beautifully detailed. I was so surprised. There's zero flash on this, and the detail is so incredibly crisp. And really this lends itself to some beautiful detailing, scratch pulling if you wish. Very much highly recommended, this kit. So let's get started on constructing this engine. First part, of course, being the engine block, and these parts are cut from the sprue. So there we go. These are the basic components. Now, to clean these up, I'll be using my Pro Zetsu scraper from Zukemura. Guys, this is such a great tool. The great thing about this is if yours gets blunt and you have a whetstone, you can simply resharpen this. Very much recommended and available from Supernova Studio. Now, when you assemble the engine, make sure to page ahead in the instructions, because a lot of this will be visible in the final model. So it really is worthwhile to really detail the engine as thoroughly as you can. This will all be visible in the final model. You can see this in reference pictures as well. That big Ford Mercury engine visible there. Now let's get started on constructing this engine. Nowadays my go-to adhesive is a gel type super glue from Green Stuff World, and also you get the accelerator, super glue activator accelerator if you wish. Very easy to assemble this engine. Very good fit on these parts. You can see there, very little gap filling required, if at all. So there we go, beautifully detailed. You can see the very crisp detail as well. This is the radiator fan, very fragile part, so be careful when you cut this from the sprue. Guys, and there we go. This is, honestly, this is a thing of beauty. Not yet painted, of course, but I love the detail on this, down to individual bolts. You've got those spark plugs, the fan belt. Such a beautifully detailed little piece. As I mentioned before, this kit really lends itself to scratch pulling, and one of the items I want to add are these cables running from the spark plugs. You can see there on the engine itself, 8 of those spark plugs, beautifully detailed, and all we need to do is to add some wire. Now in this case, I'll be adding some copper wire from AK, in this case a 0.25mm wire, and the first part, as I mentioned before in various videos, is to drill anchoring holes. You'll find that if you do this, it's much easier to add wiring to your parts. Just clean up the tips of those spark plugs, and next I just bent those wires to shape, just to resemble the spark plug cabling, if you wish. So this is glued in place with gel type super glue, one for each spark plug, and just to help help along the adhesion process, I use the super glue activator, also from Green Stuff World. Just a little bit is required just to make sure that the super glue holds those wires in place. The next step is to start shaping this around the engine using my reference images, guys. And there we go. This is the spark plug cabling added, and it certainly adds a lot of fine detail to our engine that will look great in the final product. Next up is painting, and always a good paint job starts with a good primer. Now next I'd like to add this signature sort of a bluish green color, if you wish, and this you can see this on the side, that area there, and the color I chose for this is black green from Vallejo Model Color. So this is airbrushed onto the engine. You can see that I'm using my Harder and Steenbeck precision airbrush with a 0.2mm needle. It makes it really easy to do this type of precision airbrush work. Next, the rest of the engine needs to be steel, so I'm using AK Extreme Metal color for this. And again, using the Harder and Steenbeck, it makes it so easy to do precision painting without the need for masking. This fan belt will need to be the proper color, and the one I chose is Tire Black from Vallejo Model Air. This is of course brush painted, making sure I cover the entire fan belt, and with this done it's ready to go onto the engine. So this is the painted engine, and next I'd like to add some shadow areas just for some definition, and for this I'll be airbrushing in some NATO black just to add that shadow colors. I'll be using my Harder and Steenbeck airbrush again, guys, because it's really possible to dial in this airbrush to be able to draw a pencil line. And in this case, it works so well to do this sort of precision detailing. If you bring it in nice and close, you can see there, that is the result. Added all that nice shadow color. So our engine is definitely coming along very nicely. Now next is the weathering process, and to do this I layered some pale burnt metal and exhaust manifold colors from Alclad. Guys, disregard the names. These colors, I was just after the actual the colors themselves. So just some very subtle coloring on the exposed metal parts. My favorite Vallejo Model Color Smoke is up next, just to add that griminess. And again, this is just added to the metal parts of the engine, just to give it that dirty look. This is such a great color for any sort of metallic work. So there we go. Engine looks considerably different now, starting to look aged and used, and that is exactly the look that I'm after. Now with this done, I can start adding some metal shine, and for this I'm going to use graphite powder. You can either use graphite powder, if you don't have any, you can use some shavings from a pencil. The important thing is to really polish this into the into the race detail on this engine. You can see that it gives it that very realistic metal shine on the edge of that plate there, showing the bolts and the exposed cabling, etc, etc. So a really effective technique, guys, to just bring out and add some metal shine to metal objects like engines. Now with this done, I can start preparing the radiator assembly. I'll be finishing this in the next video, guys, but I just wanted to show you the basic assembly. The parts are located on the B sprue and very nicely detailed indeed. You can see that's the completed assembly. The base color for this is AK Extreme Metal Steel. So this is the base color that I started with. You can see there, that's the radiator. Next, I wanted to do some weathering and some coloring. So I again used my two colors from LRDG. Guys, I'll be gradually replacing this with the AK Extreme Metal, of course. First starting with pale burnt metal, next up some exhaust manifold, and again disregard the name, I'm just after the color. Just applying that to the edges there. I use some NATO black just to darken the corners, the edges of that radiator. And then finally again Vallejo smoke, just to give it that dirty, grimy look. And I certainly like the look of this radiator. It looks old and used, and it will fit perfectly on our LRDG truck. So you can see there's the basic painting done. Of course, this will need to be painted in the desert tan color, and some masking will be required. Now later on, I'll be doing some chipping, so I thought to start preparing this part for that as well. And for that, I'll be using chipping medium. Now, guys, this is something I touched on in the SAS Jeep videos. I'm using the same dilation ratio, one part chipping medium and two parts water. And you can see this being explained in my previous videos as well. So this is now airbrushed onto this part, left to dry, and at a later stage, I'll be detailing the radiator setup. Now guys, at this point I could start test fitting the engine to the chassis frame. You can see that it's indicated in the instructions. Just aligning all those tabs, and I was certainly happy with this. This is the completed engine, or partially completed engine if you wish, in the frame itself. And in upcoming videos, guys, I'll be completing this process, painting the chassis frame and adding all the additional parts. But certainly I'm happy with the engine itself. So coming up in the next video, I'll be assembling the rest of the chassis, the suspension, the differentials, all sorts of very interesting features that Thunder models included in this kit. Guys, just a reminder again that you can purchase any of the Thunder models vehicle kits from Supernova Studio right now at a 10% discount if you use the promo code Thunder. So do make use of this opportunity and grab yours while stocks last. It's not just the LRDG trucks, but any of the vehicle models currently on sale on the Supernova Studio website from Thunder models. Do make use of this opportunity. That is it then for video 113. Thank you so much for joining me. Please follow me on Instagram, where I do frequent updates of all my builds. And looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you for watching.